Hey guys, so good to talk to you again. It is Friday and it is, let me see, 2:15 and I am sitting in Hulva or something like that. So about 40 kilometers or 50 kilometers I think from the Portuguese border. So it's been an interesting week and sort of a mixed week, to be honest with you. So I'm going to just refer to my little schedule here of what I did and talk about it. I was in Montreal when I did the last video last Friday, and I had a sort of busy week but a rainy week. It wasn't a great week. This week was much better weather-wise. In fact, it's super weather-wise. It's in the 20s, and but the walking's been okay. Walking's been a mixed bag. So on Saturday I did 20k, but it was a Capopino coastal walk. I've done it before, or I did most of that before. The last time I was in Capopino, but I did it in about 3 hours, and that was a lovely walk. Relatively flat walk. On Sunday I was in Gibraltar, so I did about parked outside Gibraltar and did about 7k I think in around Gibraltar and out. On Monday I did almost 12k and about 200 meters of ascent in Tarifa, just shy of 2 hours, and that was actually interesting. That was a nice enough walk. On Tuesday I had a really strange one. I did this weird walk, what's called Sendero del Buddha, 2 3/4 hours, 12 kilometers and 500 meters, and it really wasn't a nice walk. You'll see it when I talk about the individual days. On Wednesday I went for a run. I was up in La Pena. I went for a run on the beach, 6k on the beach. It was really hard. 43 minutes is soft sand, nearly killed me. On Thursday I did a 10k run, just over an hour, in Contel del La Frontera, and then today I did a 10k walk here in Hulva. So I've been working my way along, working my way up towards Cadiz and up to here, and as you can see, no big hikes, one hike in the mountains, a couple of linear walks, and a few runs. It's not a funny week. My goal is to get out every day, to do something every day, a walk, a run, something, that a day doesn't go by that I don't do something. The only time that really happened to me was when I had a couple of days of rain and I couldn't do anything, when I was just travelling and travelling, trying to get away from the rain, and I was bucketing from the heavens. So what can you do? So why don't I jump in and show you the week up to today, and then I'll talk about Friday. Hey guys, it is Saturday and it is 13:50 almost, 10 to 2. I just had my shower and had a big salad and a couple of sandwiches for lunch. I did a lovely walk this morning. You can see where I am. I'm down in Capopino. So I came here yesterday, as you know, and I like this spot actually. So I parked up here and I went down to the bar last night and I had a glass of wine and read for a while. I came back up. There was an English guy here who's got an Irish van. He's got an Irish passport as well, and I chatted to him for a couple of minutes, and that was sort of it. Read for the evening, and then this morning I slept well. I woke up this morning, got up, and I went for my walk. And the walk I did was a linear walk, basically a boardwalk. Most of it on boardwalk, a little bit on the beach on sand, and a little bit at the very end I did maybe a couple of kilometers on beside the motorway actually. So the boardwalk path ran out, or the general path ran out at La Cala, and they're continuing it on, but it wasn't finished, so I had to walk along by a narrow little path just inside the barrier beside the motorway, which wasn't very pleasant, but I wanted to get out 10k because I did 20k, so I wanted to go out 10 and come back 10. So I did the 20k and about 100 meters of ascent, so not a lot, pretty flat, and I did it in 9.5 minutes or 9 minute 40 second pace, so 3 hours, just over 3 hours for the 20k. It was a lovely It was a lovely walk, and it was nice to do a flat walk for a change, just to get out there and move at a decent pace, and not be killing myself climbing mountains. So it was just nice change. And it was lovely walking out. It was cool enough coming back because the breeze was in my face, and there's some cloud cover, so it got quite cool. But I was just wearing a t-shirt, but I was fine. Saw a few ducks there. Saw lots of flowers, lots of plants. So spring is definitely has come here, and everything's flowering and budding, whatever. It's sort of lovely, so it is. So I'm going to stay here. I think the sun is shining. The forecast was for rain, and again, I won't even go on about the forecast, but the forecast was for rain, but there's no sign of it. So I think I'll hang around here today, maybe go down and sit on the beach or sit down in the bar and read my book, and hang around. And tomorrow see if I can find a hike. I'll look now in a while in the local area. Maybe drive to a hike, get back into the mountains, get a nice hike tomorrow, and then go and stay somewhere else, or maybe stay here, I don't know. I'm going to make it up as I go along. The one thing I am committed to, as I said in last week's video, I am committed to continuing to move over towards Portugal. I'm not retracing my steps back over the other side of Spain again. So that's it, all is good. Nothing to report. A lovely 20k walk. Feeling great, ready to rock and roll. Cheers, guys. Hey guys, it is 10:30 on Sunday morning, and there's Bolero parked up there, and that big rock you see behind it is the Rock of Gibraltar. And where I'm parked is down here in a marina, which is really, really beautiful. It's about a half an hour's walk, maybe 20 minutes, half an hour's walk into Gibraltar. And I have right beside me here, I have some French people, Pascal and Patrick, and you can see them there, the two French fans. So I had a little chat with them a moment ago. I had a chat with an English woman, Glynis, with a Welsh name, named after some actress, and she gave me all the lowdown on where the service point is, which is off down there, and the short walk and how to get into Gibraltar. So I thought I'd have a city walk today for a change. I go into Gibraltar, have a look around. I've never been, I've passed by many times. I thought it might make a change. Hey guys, so it's 2 o'clock on Sunday, and I'm back at the camper, sitting here at the marina. So I'm into Gibraltar, and had a look around. It's a short walk in, so the walk in up and down the town and back out was about 7k, and the town itself is quite charming. I had expected it to be, I don't know what I expected actually, but I wasn't expecting it to be nice, but I thought actually it was quite nice. It was a sort of a funny mix of England and Spain, really sort of strange. You have the fish and chips shops and the pub, and then you have something very Spanish right beside it. The police, the Bobby was going around with that peaked hat they wear in the UK. It was really sort of strange. But yeah, so it was nice. I chilled, walked around, chilled there for a while, and then I went to a little restaurant. I've been looking for a pizza, or dying for a pizza for the last month, and couldn't find one anywhere. No matter where I went, all the pizzerias were closed. But this one, there was one there, Italian pizzeria, really nice. And I had a pepperoni pizza and 2 glasses of white wine at 1 o'clock my time, so a reasonable time. But the pizza was delicious, absolutely delicious. So that was sort of it. Then I wandered around for a little while, then I wandered back here. I'm not going to do anything much more for the day. I'm going to read now for the afternoon. Tomorrow morning I'll fill up with water, make sure everything's emptied. I emptied my grey water last night. I don't really want to empty my black waste yet. I've got a few days to go before I need to empty it. And but I'll top up with water, fill up my tank, and I'm going to head over to Tarifa, and up to the beach there and wild camp there, and maybe find a couple of hikes around that area. So yeah, the weather's okay. It's getting a little bit overcast now, sort of broken cloud, cloud and then sunshine. But yeah, it's fine. You know, it's mid to late teens and gentle breeze. You know, what can we complaining about? So that's it for Sunday. Talk to you guys. Hey guys, it is 3:45. incredibly. How that day went quickly. So it's 4:15 on Monday, and you can see where I am here. I'm just up the coast from Tarifa. So I stayed in the harbour place at Gibraltar last night. I had a great night's sleep, and got up this morning and topped up the tanks. So I filled up the water, emptied the waste, emptied the cassettes, did all of that, and with nice water, good clean water actually for a change. And I hit off and I drove down to Tarifa, and I parked up just outside the town. Well, actually, sort of in the town, right down beside the port. Nice, lovely little spot. And I went out straight away a beautiful hike. So you can see it here. I did just under 12k in just under 2 hours, with only a couple of hundred meters of ascent. I was a coastal path, and it was full of cows. Full of cows. It was sort of a strange path. It was a really mixed path. But I walked out and I ran back, and I had a really, really nice run back. Really, really enjoyed it. And so that was sort of lovely. I came back and had my shower and shave, so I looked presentable. And I went up to the laundromat at the top of Tarifa, just a 2-minute drive from where I was. Went up to the laundromat and washed everything. So you can see I've got a clean t-shirt on. I don't smell. So I washed everything and dried everything. And while that was going on, I made my lunch. Well, I only had some bread and hummus, just a little thing to keep me going. I'll eat properly in a while, well, later on. I called into the shopping on the way in Lidl, so I've the fridge well stocked. And actually, I'm super stocked. I got enough food to keep me going for a week. And then I drove down here and parked up. So I'm going to stay here tonight. It's a lovely spot. And it's all full of young people, which is sort of wonderful. Well, not all. There's some old fogies like me as well. But it's mainly young people. It's a surfing place. Kite surfing, wind surfing, board surfing. It just anything to do with the water. They're all here doing it. And you can see they're all parked up on the far side over behind the little hotel hostels you see there. They're guys, clearly they're camped there for a while. They're not going anywhere, and they're all surfers. And I sort of like those places. They're very relaxed and I always feel they're very safe. It's all young people who are living there for a month or 2 or 3 surfing. And so it's really a sense of, even though I don't participate in the community, you feel that you're in a little community and that it's safe as a consequence. So yeah, so all is good. The sun is shining, the weather's lovely. So I don't know what I was afraid of heading over towards Portugal. The weather would just improve and whatever. The weather's fine. It gets overcast every now and again, and I'm sure there's a shower of rain every now and again. But in general, like it's late teens. It's late teens, a gentle breeze. There's the sun's shining. What more do I want? And from a hiking perspective, and particularly if you're doing a bit of trail running like I was doing today, you don't want it too warm. I mean, otherwise it's hard going. So that's sort of it. That's my update. All is good. Talk to you soon. Hey guys, it is Tuesday, 2 o'clock on the nose, and let me show you where I'm sitting. And here's all my little birdie friends I'm feeding, and look at my view. I'm parked right up here, overlook the dunes. This is a sort of a surfers and kite surfers and all sort of surfers paradise. Although I don't know why there are none there today. Maybe it's the weather isn't right for them. I don't know. Maybe it's not windy enough. But so it's 2 o'clock. I just had my shower and feel like a new man. I had my lunch before that. I had a big salad with a cheese, an Emmental sandwich, and a Serrano ham sandwich, and it was delicious. And a cup of tea and a square of chocolate. So my walk this morning, I did about 12k, about 2 hours 46 minutes, and about 500 meters of ascent, and it wasn't great. So I started off, the first bit was fine. I started off and I walked along the coast, and that was lovely. And then there was a sort of a roadway, sort of a dirt road, leading up a long slow climb, and that was sort of okay. Bit mucky, you know this clay that you get, that's like moulding clay for making things out of. It sticks to your shoes, and the sole of your shoe gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So anyway, I walked up that and then went on to the trail, and the trail took me up through pine forest, which was quite nice. I stopped up there for a while, and there were some horses, and looked at the horses, and so the shower rain, so I sat in out of the shower rain, or stood under a tree while the shower rain, and that was okay. And then I wandered my way up, and the last bit of the climb up to the windmills, or the wind turbines, was actually quite tough, quite a stiff little climb. Didn't look like it on the app, on all trails, but it actually was quite a steep little climb. But I got up there, and that was fine. And it was nice, and it was a nice view, a nice vista, and looking over towards Africa. And you can see here, to make that, guys, across there that you see there is the African continent that we're looking at. Incredible though it may seem, that's actually Africa we're looking at there, and quite amazing really. Morocco, where I've been, of course, as you know, on my motorbike, and in fact met quite a few people who were heading off to Morocco. But when I got up top, I had this lovely view, and that was all lovely. And then I started the descent. The descent was atrocious. So obviously first thing is, it was a very rocky descent. So it was one of these big rocks, all big this size and all loose, and terrible, really, really hard walking. After a while on it, you were just exhausted from it. And then I came to a burnt out area where all the trees have been burnt, and all the scrub had been burnt, and then to trees. And they cut all the trees down, obviously, since they were burnt, and obviously they're clearing it or something. But it was an absolute, it was like a bombed out site. It was really sort of not nice. And I actually scored this walk 2 out of 5. I gave it 2 stars. It's probably the least attractive walk I've done so far. Interestingly, when I came back on the coast, I saw another sign for the Camino. So, and I need to Google this, do some checking. Obviously, there's a Camino de Santiago from down here. So I saw something in Tarifa, and I'm wondering if people came across from Africa to Tarifa on the ferry, or on a ferry, on a boat. I started walking from there to up the coast, because if they're going this way, they'd be going up the coast, and up through Portugal, and up to Santiago de Compostela. So I need to Google it and do a little bit of research and see. That would be fascinating if that was true. I could do little bits of this on the way up. But yeah, so it was a poor walk, being candid. Normally I pick the top picks on all trails. So you might see an area there'll be 100 walking. You pick the top picks, there's only 4 or 5, and that's normally what I do. But because I was camped here and I want to stay here another night, I don't want to move again, I said, I'll do one of the local walks So anyway, it is what it is. But I'm in great form, feeling great. The weather's great. It's a little, not quite as warm as it was, but it's fine. The sun is shining, the clouds come out every now and again. It's like an Irish summer's day, actually, is what it's like. It's just lovely. And like, I've got this beautiful spot. I moved down from where I was to this beautiful spot, and I was a little bit further up in the car park, and I saw this vacation this morning. I was pulled down, reversed back into it. So I stay here for the night, have a beautiful view out over the ocean. It's absolutely beautiful. Lovely, lovely spot. So that's my update. All is good, and talk to you soon. Hey guys, so I've moved time up the coast a little bit. You can see here where I am. It's a Wednesday at about 2:15, and yeah, so I went for a run this morning. You can see here my run, short run instead of a hike, just 6k I think, or something just shy of 6k, but I did it on the sand. And boy, it was tough. I mean, running on the sand is like really, really hard. And there was one little bit that was sort of a dirt path. Maybe 1 kilometre was dirt path, and the rest was sand, and nearly killed me. But anyway, I had a lovely, lovely evening yesterday, and beautiful sunsets. It was just, the whole thing was just wonderful. But I decided it was time to move on. The weather up here is supposed to be even better than down below. And let's show you where I'm sitting. So I'm up in this place, whatever it's called, something. And here's looking out my door. This is where I am. Look at that. I mean, it really doesn't get much better than this, does it, guys? I think it's about 18 degrees, something like that. And a little bit warmer, I think, than it was down where I was before. But yeah, but lovely, absolutely lovely. I mean, perfect weather. And I'm going to work my way up to Cadiz tomorrow and have a look around. So I'm not sure exactly what my hike will be tomorrow. I may just do a coastal walk here tomorrow. It looks lovely. Might be nice just go down and see if the sand is hard, and then go up to Cadiz tomorrow and have a look. So all is good, guys. Weather's good, I'm good, van is good. I topped up this morning when I came up. I found a little filling station. Some of these filling stations have all the services where you can dispose of your waste and fill up your water. And they actually had a car wash, especially for camper vans, where you can drive in. And there's layers, if you wish. You can stand up on sort of I don't know what you call it, a metal railinged area, and wash the top of your van and wash the sides, and they got special long brushes and everything. It was absolutely wonderful facility. So I use that, and the van is all stocked up. I did some shopping, so I'm good. I got food, I got wine, I got the sun. What more could I ask for? Cheers, guys. Hey guys, so you can see where I am. I'm outside of Cadiz, just north of it. So I went in this afternoon, and it was lovely. What a lovely town. Hugh told me it was nice, my brother, and it was lovely, lovely town. All brown sandstone. Really sort of interesting. Obviously a very old fortified town. Beautiful big cathedral. So I parked up there right on the seafront, right beside the cathedral actually. And I went for a walk around. I sat down and had a pollo menta, my mint tea, and that was lovely. I just watched the world go by and just strolled around and looked at the shops. There was even a lovely decathlon there right in the city centre, so I went in there for a look. And then I drove up here. So I'm going to park here for the night, and I'm going to find a walk for tomorrow where I'm going to go. But I'm just going to bum around here for the night, just chill. It's really, really hot. It's amazing the change. Just a few degrees extra, and boy, it was hot in Cadiz, so it was. So great to be back up beside the ocean and have the sea breeze again. So that's it for Thursday. Cheers, guys. So there you go, guys. That was the week up until today. And so here I am in Huelva and parked up beside the... it's really strange, actually. Parked up beside this linear park that is over 5 kilometres long. I say maybe about 5.5 kilometres long, which I did a walk on up and down today. Absolutely beautiful linear park, really well developed. Boardwalks, paved areas, walking along by the water, separate cycle paths, lots of grass and greenery. Lots of infrastructure in terms of toilets and cafes and seating areas. Absolutely beautiful. And then it's really strange because on the other side of the road, it's sort of a 2 lanes going each way with a central reservation that's planted. But on the other side of it is heavy industry. And clearly one of the companies there is Atlantic Copper, it's called. So you can see they're bringing stuff in on ships. Obviously the river is navigable and they can bring ships up, park them up at these piers that they have, offload all the stuff and process it here to make copper, to make other things. So that was like really strange seeing all of that. But it was a lovely walk. And yeah, another linear walk, what can I say, 10k and flash the pancake, which is sort of what you want. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. So I'm almost up, as I said, almost up at the Portuguese border. I'm hardly going to stay here tonight. I'm probably going to drive from here now, head up towards the Portuguese border, a little bit closer, find a beach or somewhere I can park up beside and spend the night there. And yeah, and that's sort of it. It's the trip is going really, really well. Last week was an unusual week. A lot of linear stuff, only one mountain stuff really. A lot of running as opposed to walking. But that's fine. I've had a great week and the weather's lovely. Yeah, so I'm looking forward now to moving into Portugal. One little observation. I've commented many times how lovely the Spanish people are. But here's my observation. I'm in this town that is not a tourist town at all. It's an industrial town. And people aren't friendly. And I wondered, in my experience, I was saying hello to everybody as I normally would, and people started looking at me. I think maybe 1 or 2 people responded to me with hola. And nobody was talking, nobody was smiling. And I wonder it's just that the places I've been are tourist places where everybody's welcoming and they see that they know you're a stranger and they're happy to see you. Who knows? So that's it for this week's, guys. All is good. Next week there will be a week of Portugal. Be my first time actually in southern Portugal. I've never been down that part, the Algarve and whatever, and I'll see what hiking there is there. So I'm looking forward to that. So I have 6 weeks done. And theoretically I have another 6 weeks to go. So we'll see how it goes. I'm pleased with progress so far. For Joe, if he's watching this, I'm super pleased with the van. Joe's the guy I bought it from. Super pleased with the van. I can't tell you how much I love this van and how comfortable it is. What a great machine it is, and what a wonderful buy it was. So pleased with it. So that's it, guys. So I'll talk to you all in a week. Keep going.